Iron Harvest 1920 Plus is the mecca of mech games. That is, if you know how to use the mechs. If not, things can turn into one hell of a mech for you. In celebration of Iron Harvest 1920 Plus coming to consoles, this series will explore each mech in King Art Games Steampunk RTS, and share some tips and tricks to find success on the battlefield. So what are we waiting for? Let's get started. This is the Iron Harvest Mechanized Guide.
Are you ready to get jacked, Iron Harvest players? Are you ready to get hot and steamy?
What in the world?
Nobody wants to come out and mess with the deuce.
Charging at the head of the Usonian force, the Stark is a fierce and menacing presence in battle. With the ability to close any gap, and the fact that he's double-fisting a flamethrower and a jackhammer, the Stark is deadly at close ranges. The Stark made its entrance into Iron Harvest a year ago, but in that time it has only seen one change in the form of Devlog 43 all the way back in December 2021. Changes included a decreased oil cost from 155 to 110 and increased damage across the board from light armor to heavy armor, making the Stark's jackhammer super effective against its fellow mechs. Infantry blobs shouldn't feel left out either. The flamethrower on the Stark melts through them, making them almost non-existent. A minor beef with the Stark, the flamethrower doesn't always attack when you want it to, especially when you're jackhammering.
Did somebody say jacked?
Not like that, damn it. Vaughn pointed out that if you back up your Stark, it'll continue to attack any nearby enemies with its flame. Thanks, Vaughn. Overall, the Stark is very versatile. Its aforementioned speed is great for closing the gap with enemy units, especially when there's artillery in the area. Focusing down enemy artillery mechs with your Stark will give the rest of your units the ability to attack the enemy's front line without worry of being shelled. The Stark can also hold its own against super heavy mechs and other tier 2 mechs, especially the SERP. You remember this tomfoolery?
Round 2. Fight!
That's right. Stark still beats the yellow paint off of SERP again and again and again. It really is kind of crazy what kind of trouble the Stark can cause if it's in range, and how useless it can be if it's out of range. One place where the Stark is completely useless is against air units. You can click them all you want, but all you'll do is dance around underneath them. When leading the front line with your Stark units, make sure you have some anti-air to help them out. The Stark has an emergency shutdown ability which completely stops the mech in exchange for a little bit of health back, but honestly you're just better off having Engineer's Awards heal it up. The Stark also has a great passive ability called Berserk. The lower the Stark's health, the more damage it does to the enemy. Let's recap. Stark Yays. High damage versus ground units. Fast and can close a gap with any enemy unit. Flamethrowers melt infantry. And less health equal more damage with the Berserk passive. Stark Cons. Limited range. Touch and go flamethrower. And airships. I want to thank everybody for the continued support, as I know this series has taken me a little longer to get to you guys. Next time we're going to be doing the turn, I'll have a special surprise guest for you. As always, like and leave a comment below and let us know what you'd like to see in a future episode. Check out other fellow Iron Harvest creators down in the links below, and as always, keep on harvesting and we'll see you guys next time.